All right, it's Sunday night. That means it's, Sunday afternoon, Kevin. Sunday afternoon, my bad. But today is podcast time. We're going to go solo, me and Kevin tonight, come up with some BMX random comparisons, and then we will do some random comparisons on pop culture. And I'm going to see if I can get a buddy of mine to come on, not a BMX racer, but definitely from that era. So he should have a good time hanging out with us. I'm riding through the Mercedes dealership, by the way. Whew. I've been on my feet all day, Kev. I already did my 10,000 steps today, washed my car, ate lunch, and then thought, all right, I'm already sweaty. I might as well go for a bike ride. So that's what we're doing right now. Anyway, tomorrow night, Monday night, we're gonna have a special guest. I'll save that one for later, but he's about 99% in, so we should be getting him tomorrow night. So it's looking pretty good. All right, Kev, I'll see you on the show, my dude.
And we're on. Thank you very much, Dany. Woo! Okay, do we need a stretch? No more stretching, right? We're past the stretching.
Hold on.
That one time I said virality, and I didn't know if you actually heard me when I said, does it increase virality? And you're all, I don't know, maybe.
Hey, I mean, it could. I don't know. Hey, I had your, I sent you an intro again. I went on a bike ride this afternoon. Yeah. Dude, I've been so active, this afternoon. I don't know if you've ever been through it. Like, you find yourself single all of a sudden. So you're like, I have to stay busy, man. I did wash the car, 10,000 steps, went on a 4-mile bike ride, talked to my neighbor. I was like, golly, man, I was busy. Then I'm like, oh, the show, I got to get busy, and I got
talked about it, dude. Are you jacked up? Did it jack you up? You played up pretty good. Are you jacked up emotionally?
I'm okay. I feel like it's been, I guess this is 2 months now, going on 3. So I'm feeling okay. It takes time to find your routine again. I think that was the hard part. But yeah, definitely healing. I feel, I'm happy that we have this show. It's a good distraction.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, for once again stopping back by, joining Dany and I for a show. We're going to move on. We're going to do it. I think we have a pretty cool show for you today. We're bringing in someone special at the end. We got some stuff going on. And we're going to talk about some really cool viewer feedback from the Red Devil video, from the Red Devil episode, right?
Yeah, that just dropped yesterday.
Yeah. Dude, and that was a cool episode. So from Dany and I, thank you very much for joining us again, and hopefully you're going to have fun. We always have fun ourselves, so we like to share the fun. So Dany, dude, how was your weekend, dude?
Oh man, it's a good weekend. I got a lot done with my dad. I dropped a short on my channel. Me and my dad finished this custom bike stand that we made.
I saw that, dude.
Yeah, we made it out of. He taught me how to cut metal, bend metal, shape it, weld, and then we painted the whole thing. And now the PK Ripper's right here. You can't see it, but it's sitting on the stand right now. And that was a good father-son project. I'll just put you that way. Yeah. And so that was fun. Yeah. It's amazing for me, because I know all I have is my dad, and you know how it is. He's 86, and he's still really good with his hands, and he's very creative. Like the whole thing with the bike stand, it was just a conversation. I was like, yo, Dad, I want to build a bike stand, and because I got this new race bike I'm building. And he immediately takes out his paper and starts sketching it out. He goes, all right, let's go in my shop. And we started making it, man. It took I think it's about three or four solid Saturdays that we had to do the normal wrench work, and then we'd work on the rack for a little while, but it was awesome. Yeah, and then, so I spent the day over there, and then, hey, yo, Kev, I got to tell you this, man. I forgot to tell you. I had a small SUV like your wife's, right? It's about the same size, right? And in that SUV, I could literally carry anything, right? Everything fits. You just fold the seats down. I got the new Challenger, man, and that bike rack, dude, it just would not fit in there. We had to we had it mostly in the trunk and the seats fold down, but the arms that come out like this, that the bike, like the cradle the bike sits on, they were too tall, so I couldn't get it in. So because my dad, oh, no problem, we'll just bungee cord it. I'm like, no, I don't want to bungee cord my new car, Dad. I don't want it. He's like, no, it's gonna be fine. Stop being a baby. He bungee corded the trunk shut, dude, and it's an hour drive back from my dad's, you know. And I was like, I was doing that number, man. I'm driving super slow. I was trying not to hit the bumps in the freeway, but it was super solid. Nothing happened. Nothing got scratched. We had towels all over the trunk. So it worked out. But man, that's the first time I go, I don't need an SUV. And right away, dude, I was like, oh, I wish I still.
Well, dude. No bingo this weekend.
No bingo this weekend. Yeah, my good friend that I go play bingo with, she's in. Where did she go? She went to San Diego. She's like I guess one of her friends passed away. I was like, wow, young guy too. And so she went out there to a service, and so she's gone. She's like my bingo buddy. So I think we're probably going to go. The next one's going to be in Black Oak. I think it's I think in a couple weeks or some much smaller buy-in. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of wasting money. So I could have been buying bike parts, dude. This bike could have been done if I didn't go play bingo twice.
Oh yeah. No doubt. I had an interesting day today. Right. I bought a. I'm not sure exactly what I can say on YouTube, so I'll just say that I bought a personal protection device.
So what's that?
One, dude, I haven't touched a personal protection device since I was in the Marine Corps. So I went out and bought one today, dude. So I was it felt weird, dude. Like shopping for one of those things, man.
I honestly, dude, I don't know how comfortable I would be with that in my house. Although I can absolutely see its value. I mean, if somebody storms the house, you know, gotta have something, right?
Yeah.
And
I've been talking about it for years, and I finally just told my wife, you know what, let's go look. And I swear, I was just going in there to look, and I go, okay, I'll take this one, dude. So I can't even tell you what I bought. I can't. I don't want to get kicked off. I don't want to have a strike on it like that. But I bought I'm also going to get my I think it's called a concealed carry permit, CCP, whatever. Yeah. So that's. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. You got to take a couple tests, and you have to do a background check. But it's going to be like $600 to get your my concealed carry permit. So hopefully, hopefully, be kind of cool, dude. I think. I don't know if I'm going to carry it around with me all the time, but it'd be nice. My wife's going to learn how to use it, stuff like that for the house.
That's cool.
That was my big weekend purchase was a personal protection device. So you've never had one?
No, and we were talking. Me and Kevin. This is going to make a good intro to what we were about to talk about, man. I was making fun of Kevin. I go, yeah, you don't want some of my Red Ryder BB gun, you know, action. And I was telling Kevin, yeah, I had every kid had a BB gun. Well, not every kid. My dad was really into those little things, so it wasn't like I had to beg for one. They just got me one for Christmas, and then I had my next one was the air rifle. It was a pellet gun that you can only insert one pellet at a time, and then it had the pump action, you know. And we were talking about it a little bit. I'll let Kevin tell. He's got better stories than I do. But I'll tell you one thing though. It was strange the first time I got it Christmas morning, the little pellet gun, and me and my dad go out in the backyard. He goes, "Okay, I'm going to show you how to use it." You know, my dad's very, very like instructional, hands-on, always telling me, "Stop rushing." He's that kind of guy, right? And he took a 9-volt battery and he set it on a stump in the backyard, like a log stump. You know, he set it on there, and he goes, "Now I want you to see how much powerful this is, because the BB gun, you know, my BBs would kind of bend rainbow. It wasn't strong. So anyway, we pumped it like 3 times, and I remember he goes, you know, I knew how to use it. You know, I put it in my sights. He goes, now hit that battery straight on, and with the first time it was weird. It's a weird sensation when you realize how much stronger that thing is, you know. I squeezed it, it was like, I mean, it was like instantly hit the battery.
Good.
It hit it, yeah, and it went. The pellet lodged in the battery, so I mean that's how much stronger.
Oh wow, dude! That's crazy. But
yeah,
you only pumped it once.
No, he would. I think I told you he gave me a three pumps, no more, or 4 at the max. Yeah, he didn't want me to. He said you're gonna wear it out if you pump. I was like, all right. So, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh man, dude, I have so many BB gun stories, dude. There was one where we had BB guns since like we were like 3, 4, 5 years old. We always had BB guns, and but we had the one that you could only pump once, and that was it. You couldn't pump it many times.
Okay.
And, we would shoot cans in our backyard, stuff like that. We would sit in our bedroom window, and we would shoot cans on my dad's cars, right? And it would ding ding, they would bounce off stuff. And then once I forgot, for the life of me, I can't remember who started doing it, but we thought it was funny because there was an apartment building, behind our house, where we had a chain link fence. So, and this apartment was empty. It was vacant. No one was there at the time. So we thought it was funny. We go, look, aim for that window, dude. Boom.
Oh, boom. Kevin.
Why we thought it was right, I don't know, dude. But we shot out the windows in this apartment, dude. And then we were young. Come on, we were young. But then the owner of the apartment figured out where, and boom, 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 boom on our door. And your kids are shot the windows out of my apartment. So my dad had paid like $500 for new window panes for this apartment, and he was pissed, dude. But we had BB guns all the time, dude. We used to have BB gun wars where
I don't even know if we can continue this friendship.
I'll cut it out if you want me to cut this out. But so my friend, so we had the single shot, one pump, right? But our friend Corey had the one. You want to start this over? You want me to delete that?
No, I'm all right. Yeah, just be careful what you say.
Make you look better. My friend Corey had the one that you had, where you could. But it wasn't a single. The gun carried more than one BB. Yours did too, right? The pellet gun.
No, the pellet gun was single load, and you couldn't use regular BBs. You had to use the actual pellets. They look a little different.
Well, this BB gun, you can pump that sucker 12 times. And so we went down the Arroyo Seco by our house. It's kind of wooded area, type of bushes and stuff. And we dress up in our BMX gear, so we're in our helmet and our goggles, and we're wearing big, thick jackets. And we're going to have BB gun wars. So I don't even know if this is right. I don't know if we can tell this on YouTube, but I'll try.
Yeah.
We dressed up with like heavy work gloves and boots, and we wore goggles. And then we were like, would these goggles even stop a BB? No, probably not. But so we did that. But we made our friend promise, dude, you can't pump it more than once. He's like, yeah, no problem, dude. And he was like, yeah. The first thing he did was he's like pumping that sucker. And it was like chipping my helmet, like I had chips in the paint of my Echo helmet.
Oh my God!
What can I say? He hit me in the butt one time. He hit me in the ass, dude. And I was rolling around, going screaming, going, "Oh my God, it hurts so bad." Anyways, dude. So we've had a couple BB gun stories, but I bought my kids BB guns when they were kids. Probably like they're probably 5, 6, 5, 7, or 6, 7, something like that. And my mother-in-law got so pissed off at me, she didn't talk to me for 2 months.
Yeah, I feel your pain. All right, man. So I got, let's see, you want to go over some of these comments from the last video?
Dude, so the Red Devil video was doing pretty good. A lot of feedback on that Red Devil video, dude.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that one guy was messaging me. He friend requested me right away. And I think he said his comments are probably somewhere in here, but he was like, man, it was really cool. You brought up Hayward and all those local places. And he's, I think 57. and I'm 55. And he said, man, we must have hit the same spots. And I go, it has to have happened because we were both into BMX in the same area. And funny story, I told him, man, I love Hayward. I know there's a burrito place on Tennyson Road that's epic. And he knew exactly what it was. He told me the name. He goes, oh, you're talking, I can't remember the name now. He's like, you're talking about such and such. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm talking about. It was really, really cool. Yeah.
But apparently it was a park. Somebody commented, I think Bruce commented it's actually a park. Did you see that?
Where Red Devil is?
Yeah, Red Devil was a slang. It was at a park. Anyways, go ahead, dude.
Okay,
we have a couple cool comments that Danny's going to share.
All right, so this one came from Roger Seraphin.
Yeah.
And this is right off of YouTube, by the way. But he says Red Devil was built around 1975. Damn. When I read that part, I was like, whoa. Yeah. I remember I did say 70s, but I think it was way back. It was all hills that we would go down into the main creek on at first, with the Dipper being the first jump there. Remember I mentioned the Big Dipper?
Yeah.
He said there were 4 hills that lead into a creek with different steepnesses. The steepest one was almost vertical and worked its way downwards towards the back of the jump. Red Devil started having jumps being built by us locals around 1978 to 1980. Jerry Arroyo, R.C. Alderman, Artie Lafrugue, and other dudes that were older than would bring tools to help build the jumps. Wow. Myself, Roger Seraphin, Mike Corburn, Dany Smith, Mike. I wonder if he meant Mike Colburn, because I went to high school with that guy. But no, he probably means somebody else. Mike Corburn, Dany Smith, Mike Solito. Wow. Factory Skyways, Mike Solito. Rick Palmer, factory rider. Gary Liggins, factory rider. Chris and Kurt Pena. I went to high school with Chris Pena.
Really?
Yes. I didn't even notice that. Our lockers were right next to each other.
And no relation.
No relation. Yeah, I remember. I'd see him every day. I go, what's up, Chris? He goes, what's up, brother? And we were not related. Yeah. Bob Coover. Bob Coover's actually a local at Manteca where I race. Bob Keith, Jimmy Kim, Preston Bradford, Bubba Johnson, and many other locals helped with cutting down some of the logs to help making jumps, shoveling tons of dirt and making more jumps. If you look at the famous Patterson brother photo, you'll see a long piece of tree or log at the peaks of the jump. We made jumps after a few trees went down from the major storms. Oh, wow. So they used the trees and they just buried them, basically. We cut trees down, laid them into jumps, and we built the jumps. The front jump Dipper was originally a creek that went straight down that pulled you in for speed to hit the jump on the other side of the creek. We all started from the back portion of the back jump, pedaled down the back fire trail. Oh, I know what he's talking about, the fire trail, into a high, fast right-hand berm that went down the hill for a little. Oh, wow. And lined you up down into the creek at high speed to get max air on the other side. I have photos of Jerry Arroyo jumping over Rick Palmer. Wow. And that's really awesome. And he mentioned people I know. That's amazing. Especially, I think Chris passed away. I think I read that somewhere.
Oh, wow. Did you know Chris rode BMX back then?
Yeah. We used to talk about it. Yeah, because he had he saw all my BMX photos on my locker. He goes, "Hey, are you a racer?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, and we realized we had the same last name. And his sister went to high school with us too, and we were all Penas. And the funny thing is, though, is they were white, you know. So, yeah. But I remember him really well. He was a nice guy, and he had a VW Rabbit, by the way. Because he had
it has to be a convertible, dude.
Yeah, his was a two-door. Mine was a 4-door. He had his painted all white, I remember. Yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, so let's move on to the next comic. This one came from Mash Mode 2 Glory. It says, Bob Keith was one of the builders there. Was probably 3 generations of jumps there that changed. The last ones were huge. Wow, 3 generations of people building jumps at Red Devil. Man, we struck a chord when I brought that up, huh?
Yeah, dude, yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up, man.
Yeah, Mash Mode to Glory had another comment. He said, "That's dope that you shared Hayward hotspots back in the day. Hayward just opened up a pump track on Tennyson Road by the skate park. So they have a pump track out there right now. As a matter of fact, this is the guy that was communicating with me on Facebook. He said that I kind of want to organize an event at that pump track, and I said, I didn't even know there was a pump track there. That Hayward is about 20 minutes from my dad's house. It's not that far. I can go down there and check it out. Maybe I'll take some photos or something for us, Kev. And then we got Seneca Highlander. He says, great synopsis on the story, Dany. I hope Pete isn't mad that I outed his secret identity. He's referring to...
I was going to ask you, what was that all about?
Yeah, remember I shared the story about the music store and the guy drove to Oregon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the owner didn't know Pete Lonkarovich was. He was commenting on that. Oh, and then Seneca Highlander had a second comment. He goes, Kevin, I felt the same way about Pour Sugar on Me. For some of the older Def Leppard, was so much better than the overly produced later stuff anyway. But imagine playing in cover bands for the last 30 years and having to play that damn song all the time. I'd much rather play Stage Fright or Let It Go, but Sugar was always the one that was requested. Oh, he said something about Metallica, because I remember you talked about Metallica. He said, the only Metallica song I really like is Till It Sleeps. I'd put the Scorpions on the top of my list all day long. Scorps is some of the fun stuff to play live. Rat is as well. Warren DeMartini is a brilliant guitarist, and his solos are pretty tough to pull off. And he's going on and on. He does talk about Madonna. He liked Like a Prayer. He said that was his favorite one. And let's see. You guys could have gone back a little further. Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Boston. Sorry, I'm getting started on that. You're familiar with the old stuff, Kev?
Yeah, that's 70s.
Yeah. Jaws is my all-time favorite movie. I hope they don't try to remake it. They need to just leave that alone. You'll never top Shaw, Schneider, and Dreyfuss. Another fun episode. Great comments, man.
Yeah.
Great comment.
Hey, so I don't want to. So during the last episode, you asked me if I ever played the guitar. Did you play the guitar?
Negative, never. I have zero musical talent. I can turn a stereo on. That's about as far as it goes.
I had to play the accordion in junior high.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, I was re-listening to our episode. You go, I'll talk about that later. What's the deal with the accordion, dude?
Oh man, dude, this so. I'm gonna put. There's a famous picture of me with an accordion with the alfalfa. I have my hair sticking up in the back like alfalfa, and I'm gonna put that picture on this right when this goes. You'll have that picture of me. And
yeah.
So we were living in Glassell Park, California. So it must have been second grade, first or second grade.
Okay.
And back in the 70s. There used to be door-to-door accordion salesmen. I know you're not familiar with this whole thing, but it was a thing.
Okay.
And one day, my mom answers the door, and there's a traveling accordion salesman.
Okay.
And, oh, my gosh, where I'm selling these accordions. The kids are going to love them if you want to learn how to play the accordion. And so my mom lets this person, I think it was a guy. It was a couple. And they let him in the house, and they're sitting there trying to sell my mom an accordion. And she goes, well, I don't know. It's my brother Brian. He goes, Brian, do you want to play the accordion? And brother was like, so
yeah.
She looks at me and goes, Kevin, would you like to play the accordion? I'm all, would you like to play the accordion? And I look at her eye, I'm all, okay, all right, fine. He goes, okay, we'll take one accordion.
You were trying to make your mom happy.
I made my mom happy, dude, but it was, dude, I got pretty good at the accordion, dude. So every Tuesday, my dad had to drive me to Glendale on his motorcycle, and we used to. Dude, this is another funny story. My dad had a '73 Suzuki GT 750 street bike, but you can only have one passenger normally on a motorcycle. Well, he would put my brother and I on the motorcycle together, and then he would strap my accordion to the. He had a rack in back of the motorcycle, put my accordion down there. So my mom would wrap a belt around us to the sissy bar and make sure we didn't fall off when my dad was driving the motorcycle. Anyways, so we went to yeah, this is a true story, dude. We used to fall asleep. We used to fall asleep on the motorcycle.
Oh my God.
So we would go we'd go to accordion practice. For years, we moved to South Pasadena. I still went to accordion practice.
Yeah.
I probably played the accordion until I was like a freshman, maybe. I played a long time, dude.
Wow, you were really
good, dude. I was really good. And then my mom wanted me to up my accordion game. So she found an accordion teacher in Alhambra.
Yeah.
And he was his claim to fame was he was the accordion player for who's the big band leader from the 70s that had his own TV show? Lawrence Welk. He was Lawrence Welk's accordion player, dude. So I got
the bubbles and all that.
Dude, yeah. So I had to play the accordion, and finally I can't do with this anymore, dude. I'm done. I can't deal with it. So I quit. I quit right around being a freshman in high school. I quit playing.
So the accordion, it's kind of like a piano, and you kind of move it around like that, or okay?
I was pretty good, man. I was pretty good. But now all I can remember to play is Camptown Races. Whenever we get around a piano, you ever heard of Camptown Races?
Dun, 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 dun.
That's all I can play is that one lick on the piano. That's all I can play, dude. But I played the accordion, dude, for like 4 or 5 years.
Man, there's this thing on I think it's on Facebook. It's this guy. He goes into airports and he can play any song on the piano, and they're awesome videos because these little kids will just walk up. Can you play such and such? And they'll start singing. And I saw one where these kids were little kids and they were killing it on the violins. And I'm really envious when somebody can play a musical instrument, man. My kids both can play the violin, which translated into them learning how to play the guitar. Right. I just can't do it, dude. Nothing, man.
My brother taught himself how to play piano, and he learned how to play Beethoven, Fury Lease.
Yeah.
You ever go to Nordstrom? I know that we talked about Miller's Outpost, but did you ever go to Nordstrom to shop?
Yeah, there's a Nordstrom not far from here.
They always had a piano, and they have a piano in the middle of the thing. And during Christmas time, they'd have a piano player playing the piano. Well, this one time my brother sat down. The guy was on a break or something, and my brother sits down and starts playing Fury Lease.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, dude, that's pretty cool. And they had like chicks were coming around and they were throwing money on the piano. This time for legitimately throwing money at him.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he used to play Beethoven, and he plays a lot of Depeche Mode, a lot of stuff. But anyways, we're getting crazy.
Yeah, we got off topic again. Hold on. All right, let's see. I think we have one other comment. This one came from @Phantoms YYSJV. I'm sorry, I only could see their handles on YouTube. It says two things sad to hear. Jeff Potima passed, which you and I talked about. He says, I got his forks on my GT24 Mach 1. Also, if Hayden Deegan pulled that stunt on any 80's BMX BMX pros, he would have started World War III, especially with Greg Hill. Do you know what he's talking about there? Did we bring something up about that?
I saw a thing where Deegan, that's a motocross term. Hayden Deegan, he races motocross. And I remember them taking some dude out that was in the lead.
Yeah.
I would assume that has something to do, but we never even talked about motocross. I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe we mentioned something about
no,
that's relevant to that.
I heard that comment too. I was like, what?
Well, I'm glad he watched, and thank you for commenting.
Apparently there's a problem.
Yeah, and this is going to be something me and Kevin want to add to the shows to make sure that we're talking about these, because this is really cool. The fact that people are commenting is always really nice. I go, wow, look at all these comments, and we're doing pretty good. Couple hundred views in just a day, so I mean that's pretty good. We'll take it.
People, I know what a lot of people are thinking when they watch this video. They're gonna be like, dude, you only got 200 views on it, dude, but that's a big thing for us, man. I mean, well, not huge, but
Yeah.
It's a pretty good day when we get 200 views in one day on one of our episodes, dude. Like, so I'm happy with the dude, and I'm pretty stoked on the direction of what we're doing. You know, I love pop culture. I love music. I love movies. I love BMX. I love 80's. I love all that stuff. So if we can venture out and dip our toes in different subjects, dude, I totally dig that, man. And I think that's different, and no one else is doing it. So that's what I like. I'm glad you were open to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, because that way we're not so one-dimensional. You know. BMX is my passion, but I like a lot of things.
We're a multi-dimensional show.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to do some random comparisons today. You ready, Kev?
All right. You got the music on. Okay, right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me cue it up, dude. I almost forgot, dude. I hope I didn't delete that from my phone. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't. Here we go. Are you ready, Kev? Let's see if it works. My phone is so slow. It might help if I turn the volume up.
Watch the gate.
Let me do it again, Kevin. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, riders. Random start.
Random start. Here we go.
Random start. All right. Okay, Kev, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, Mike King, Haro or Huffy?
Haro.
Ooh, Haro. Okay. Chris Moeller or Tim Fuzzy Hall?
Moeller.
Moeller. Okay. Big starting hills or traditional starting hills?
Big.
Oh, okay. Chrome Molly versus aluminum frames.
Chromoly.
Elf versus Torker.
Torker.
Good choice. Mountain bike or road bike?
Mountain bike.
Wow, okay. Would you rather be on the BMX magazine cover or be in the BMX magazine centerfold?
Oh, that's a good one, dude. Good one.
Yeah.
Cover.
Cover, okay. Platform pedals or cages?
Platform.
Eric Roop or Scott Clark?
Eric Roop.
If you were out training and riding, would you rather listen to R&B or rock?
Rock.
Jumping or racing?
Oh man. Jumping.
Jumping, all right. In terms of training, sprints or riding hills?
Riding hills.
Goggles or no goggles?
I did both, dude. I did both.
Too. Yeah.
No goggles.
No goggles, okay. Haro gloves or JT racing gloves?
I think I had Haro. Haro.
Pads or no pads on your bike?
Pads.
Skyway TA or Skyway 300 TA?
I don't even know the difference. TA. Regular TA.
There you go. Would you rather race in the daytime or under the lights?
Nighttime. Under the lights, dude. Yeah.
This one might be controversial. Was freestyle a fad or was it legit?
The fad.
Oh, he goes with the guy. X Games or racing?
Racing.
Racing. BMX in the Olympics or BMX not in the Olympics? What do you think?
Olympics.
In the Olympics. Not bad, Kevin. You googled those fast, dude. You only got stuck on a couple of them, man. You want to go over them now?
Let's go over. I'll explain myself. I'll explain myself.
All right. So my first topic was Mike King. Did you like him on Factory Haro or Factory Huffy? You picked Haro. Why do you think you went with Haro?
I'm going to change my answer, dude. I'm going to change to Huffy. He reached greater heights on his Huffy, right?
I think as an amateur, that's his Huffy. In pro, he was Haro. So
I thought it was the actual opposite.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
he went number one amateur on a Huffy, and then he didn't go number one pro on a Huffy.
He won national number one pro definitely on a Haro.
Okay.
But so when he won the national number one amateur, I don't remember. But I got a fun fact about that. Do you know when Mike King won the national #1 amateur title in 1987? He won a boat. A boat, Kevin. A boat. That's nuts. I think it was back, maybe 5-6 years ago at the USA BMX Grand Nationals. They were giving the title winners I don't know, I think they were like scooters and just nonsense. I was like, damn, how did they go from boats to like a scooter? I don't know what the hell.
A dinghy? Was it a canoe? Or was it a full
dude? It was a legit boat with a motor, and you could drive it. I was looking at a magazine. They were interviewing him when he won Rookie of the Year, and he's rolling around in his boat. I was like, damn. But to USA BMX credit, they were giving away to the national #1 riders a couple years ago. They gave them motorcycles. They gave them the real electric motorcycles. But full size motorcycles. That was pretty cool. Yeah. But one of my biggest topics that I've brought up in the past is I would really, really love to see the national #1 pro get a brand new car or a brand new truck. Wouldn't that? I think that's awesome, right?
They've done it many times.
But they haven't in years, though, dude.
Okay.
They're not giving away cars. I would love to see him win a brand new Toyota Tacoma or some. It doesn't have to be a Lexus, but let's give them something. You know what I mean? I think they get like 15 grand. But that's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I would love to see them get. I don't know. I just want to see him get paid.
That'd be kind of messed up if he didn't even have anything to tow the boat with.
He
had to buy a truck to tow the boat, or if he had a mini truck and he was towing the boat on him in a mini truck.
There you go. Yeah, I think there was a time in the late 90s. John Purse won like 3 trucks. I think it was something ridiculous like that. Yeah, he was he was raging at the right time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then you got to pay the sales tax on it, right? Isn't that
I'm assuming so. Let's face it, nothing's free, man. There's going to be some costs in there.
Isn't that the downside of all the game shows when the people are bitching when they win a new car? That's like, I don't want the car because I got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. This is not BMX related. Let's say you're in a casino, you're playing a progressive slot, and they go, man, you just won a brand new Lexus, or you can have 50 grand. What are you going to do?
We got to pay taxes on both of them, but I don't know. I'll take the cash probably.
Yeah, right now I just got a car, but I would say, I wouldn't mind getting a brand new Lexus. Whatever, I pay the sales tax. I'm still getting a $50,000 car for what, like $5 grand?
Yeah.
Or whatever the sales tax is. All right, let's keep going. Okay, for the second one, I said Chris Muller or Tim Fuzzy Hall. I put those two guys in the same category because of their jumping ability and their skills, their skill set. Plus, they were really famous for testing bikes back in the 80s. And then you picked
for BMX Action, right?
Both were on, doing it for BMX Action. Why did you pick Chris, do you think?
I know nothing of Fuzzy Hall other than he rode for Mongoose, right?
Yeah, and they were both good, decent racers, both Chris and Fuzzy, but they both race pro. So they're super comparable. I think if you look at who had the biggest impact in BMX, you definitely want to go Chris because S&M Racing, and he's still doing it.
Yeah, I really don't know nothing about Fuzzy Hall other than he rode for Mongoose.
Yeah, he was really rad though. He was super rad.
And just as more, he was more prolific in freestyle, right, than racing.
Oh yeah, he was definitely a better dirt jumper. Like he raced B Pro. And he was competitive, but not a lot of people could match his jumping skills. He's awesome.
So it wasn't pools and ramps. It was dirt jumping. That was
dirt jumping. Yeah, because there was a period of time in the 90s where there was something called King of the Dirt.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what sprung the whole X Games thing.
Yeah.
Because, you think about it, freestyle has got a whole lot of levels, man. You got dirt jumping, you got, vert, there's all kinds of riding. They got street riding competitions, and those are pretty awesome. I don't know if you've ever watched those.
I have a King of the Dirt in the preview of this video.
Yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah. Okay.
And I think it's Muller actually. I think Muller tries to do a 360 and crashes.
I think you're right. I'm almost positive. Now I got to go back and look at it. Okay, I talked about starting hills. Now we know that Supercross now uses a gigantic hill, right? And then we have our traditional hills that you would see at like a USA BMX National. You pick the Supercross. You like the big hill, huh? You like the big hill racing?
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't that be better?
Definitely. As long
as you're not jumping Mount Everest on the first jump, I can't see why it would be worse.
Yeah, I like it too from the spectator aspect of it, because the speed is way different. You know, as far as racing it, I probably would not want to race.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, at this age, definitely not. You know, because
go back. Go or say that you're 17 now. Would you want a regular hill or would you want a big hill?
I would rip down that big hill. Yeah, I would at least try it. And I think like anything else, you get used to it, right? You're gonna adjust to the speed eventually. But I'm telling you, at first, man, going down like it's damn near like what, a 3-story building going down it basically. That's or 2-story building.
Pretty big.
Yeah, they're massive. Okay, let's go to the next subject. Chrome moly versus aluminum frames. Kevin said chrome moly. What's the deal there, man?
Stiffer, right?
I don't know. I think
wait.
Aluminum stiffer. Yeah, chrome moly.
Yeah. But more brittle, right? More it less give, it easier. Not that I've ever cracked a frame, but my brother did. Plus, and Andy Patterson was chrome moly, and so the Patterson's chrome moly. So
right, yeah. I love there's something to be said about chrome. I just love it. You know, and chrome moly, nothing. You can have polished aluminum, but it's not going to look like a chrome moly frame and fork. That's got its own look.
High maintenance too. If you want to keep that thing shiny, woo! Yeah. Like the ball burnished aluminum PK rippers, dude, are like they're shiny for about a month and then they start dulling out.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Every time I saw like a polished aluminum PK ripper, it always looked like it was faded or oxidized. You know what I'm talking about?
One that's polished and one that's not polished.
The raw ones, they don't look very. You know what I'm saying? Like a brushed aluminum.
Yeah, dude. But I think that they look better when they're not highly polished. Have you ever seen an aluminum bike that someone just went too crazy on it? And it's like, oh man, there's just something not right with that frame. It's too shiny. It's like, I don't like it. But chrome moly.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, I love both. I've raced both, obviously, but I think aluminum bikes feel lighter and stiffer. But I love the look of chrome moly. So definitely, we talked about 2 different bikes, Elf and Torker, and you went with Torker. Why Torker?
I never got into Elf, dude. Never.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No offense to Elf. I know there's a lot of people out there like Elf.
People love Elf.
I never got into Torker either, dude. To be honest with you, I always thought the Torkers were way too small. Way too small.
Yeah. What was the original ones? They had a crazy short top tube, right?
Yeah, like probably 16.5 or 17 inches or something.
Elf, is that extra light frames? Is that what that stands for?
Yeah.
I think.
You know what? I'm going to change my answer again. I'm going to go with Elf.
I kind of, as cool as Torkers are and the stuff that they're re-releasing now, they look really, really awesome. But for some reason, I never liked that double top tube. I think you and I talked about that. Yeah, I never really got into that. And I just, I think they look cool though. With Bill Ryan re-releasing those Torkers, they look awesome. I'm like, wow, those look sick. But I just never been into that double top tube thing. Never been my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going with Elf.
All right. We talked about this and mountain bikes versus road bikes. So if you couldn't ride a BMX bike, I should have said it that way. Would you rather ride a mountain bike or a road bike? And you said mountain bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you prefer a mountain bike?
Yes, but I've ridden both. I mean, I rode my road bike from San Francisco to LA. I shared that story.
Right.
On the podcast, and I did the what is it? Did you ever hear about the Rosarito to Ensenada fun ride in Mexico? Have you heard about this?
No. What's that?
So some a-hole started this fun ride. They call it a fun ride, but it's nothing fun about it. But you could People, you can ride it whatever you want. They start the race or the ride starts in Rosarito, and it's a 50-mile bike ride down the Libre to Ensenada where it ends. And you got to go up through the mountains and down through El Tigre and all kinds of weird stuff. And I did it when I got out of the Marine Corps. My brother's like, dude, let's go down to Mexico, do this ride. So went down to Mexico, did this ride called the Ensenada Fun Ride. And I was out of shape. I was riding a bike that was too small for me. I could go. I want to do a whole episode on that, but let's just say that I did this ride. It almost killed me, and we did it. We did it probably 4 or 5 years in a row. I rode road bikes and mountain bikes on those rides, and then I rode road bike to work every day at Main Bikes, training for the San Francisco ride. So both of them. But you know what? If you ever turned your handlebars upside down on a road bike, nothing wheelies better than a road bike, dude.
Yeah, I remember kids doing that. Yeah.
Nothing, dude. Nothing. It's the wheelie machine, dude. You pull up your bars and you can just lean back and just dude, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, there's this gal I've seen on Facebook where she basically has a road bike. The handlebars are upside down. And her whole routine is just doing wheelies. Yeah,
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
That's a specially designed where she has a special hub on the back wheel, and she has special cranks and all other stuff. It's a very, very specific bike for those tricks.
Yeah, it's almost like dancing on a bicycle. It's actually really, really cool. And they always use the hottest girls to do it. It's funny. But you know what? I never had a road bike or a mountain bike. I've ridden them, but I've never owned them. I've only owned BMX bikes. But I'm really intrigued with the road bikes, what do you call it? The trail ones, though? Gravel bikes, yeah. I kind of want to get one of those. You know, they're
jumping them, dude. They're bunny hopping, jumping, everything. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they look really, really cool. Like I think I told you about that. I shared with you that my Al Kane had my Skyway on his show. He does Bike of the Month.
Yeah.
And he got a gravel bike from Walmart, and he rode that thing around everywhere.
Really?
Just to test it out. And I was like, dang, that's pretty cool. All right, let's move on here.
Because he didn't put you at number 1.
Yeah, he put me 5th place. Yeah. All right. Now I talked about this. Would you rather be on a BMX magazine cover, or would you rather be in the centerfold? It took you a minute on that one. You went with cover. All right. Why did you go with the cover?
Because you're walking. Okay. Well, yeah, the cover, dude. The cover is no matter how bitchin' the centerfold is, right? Unless I'm laying down like a Hollywood, the cover gets more exposure no matter what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you were to get the cover of BMX Action, and that would be epic, dude. I would have probably bought 50 copies of that if that ever happened to me.
I'd put it all over my wall, dude. It'd be great.
Absolutely, man. Those guys don't realize how amazing it is to have a cover. But if you look at somebody like Mike Miranda, got a lot of covers. Harry Larry, I think, got the most covers. But to them, it's just another day into the office. I'm like, man.
You imagine, right? I'm sure everybody was stoked their first time, their second time. But after a while, it's like, oh, man, I got another cover. I wonder if it ever gets to that point, like, oh, man, I'm in the magazine again, dude. Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, it's weird because I was listening to BMX Weekly, Dale Holmes' show. I was listening to it today on my walk, and he was talking about some of the amateurs from the 80s they got so much coverage that they made more than some of the pros. And some of those guys that stayed amateur for a long time, like Mike Polson, for example, there would have been no reason for him to turn pro because he was getting so much coverage and making so much money. There was no reason to go pro.
Where would he make all the money from? Endorsements or how do they make money?
Contingencies. Yeah, contingencies. So in other words, you show up at a race and you're wearing that. Let's say you're co-sponsored by whomever, and you get caught in a BMX magazine. You get paid for that. Plus, they got paid to do the ads. everything. So, and then a lot of them were on salaries with the major bicycle manufacturers.
But
So,
doesn't that go against being an amateur?
not in the BMX world. I mean, you're still you could still get paid.
I thought that was the whole premise of being an amateur. You don't get paid.
Yeah, man. They mentioned somebody was making, I want to say it was Doug Davis, but I can't remember because I missed the name of the person they were talking. They was making like $5,000 a month as an amateur. Can you believe in the 80s?
Okay,
let
me make sure I get this straight. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm on. Let's say I'm on my Diamondback. Doug Davis is my teammate.
Mm-hmm.
We're co-sponsored by AME grips.
Right.
I'm not saying that they were, but let's just say they were. I have an AME patch on my jersey. Doug Davis has an AME patch on his jersey. He makes it in a magazine. I don't make it in a magazine. He gets paid for the AME, but I don't get paid, or he gets paid more than I get paid. Or how does it work?
Good question. That part I could not answer because I never was paid to write anything. Okay. So I couldn't really answer. But I know that they existed, and I know that amateurs got paid. The big time amateurs, and they were talking about Richie Anderson being the best amateur ever, and he made a lot of money racing as an amateur.
I could see if it was Richie, he gets in. There has to be difference. There has to be like, if you made it a regular picture. A one-page picture, a cover, or a centerfold, right? There had to be different payouts for those, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see him getting money from Patterson, but from a co-sponsor, I thought that the co-sponsor, once they provided their services or their product to the team, they were done. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know Richie Anderson personally, but I guarantee you 09 was paying him. There's no way. I mean, he was running 09 pants racing for Patterson, right? Instead of the JT racing pants. And then when he went to Skyway, 09 pants. You know what I'm saying? And so, plus, Skyway must have been paying him because when he was on Torker, he was running Skyway Tough Wheels. He was on Patterson, Skyway Tough Wheels. So, he was making money doing that. Yeah.
Rich Anderson was on Torker? Am I missing something?
Yeah, he was on Torker for a little while, yeah.
Did they make him wear, did he have to wear Max leathers?
I think so. He was definitely on Torker. Yeah.
I must have brain fog right now, dude. He was on Torker.
Yeah, definitely. I've read so many magazines, dude. Sometimes I'm surprised the stuff I read. When I bring them, I'm like, how do I know all this? All right, let's move on, man. So we talked about platform pedals versus cages. You said platform pedals. So what I mean by that is like a DX versus like a bear trap. Yeah. So why would you prefer?
They bend. You have to replace them. Toronto DX, they never bend. They're always there.
Man, I got a story about that, and I might have told you about this. I got a brand new pair of bear trap pedals, Suntour bear trap pedals on my Skyway. They were brand new, man, not a scratch on them. And I rode my bike over to my grandmother's. My cousin Bobby was there. He goes, "Let me ride your bike, dude." And I go, "Okay, go ahead." And he was riding it hella fast, and he turned the corner and he leaned over hella far for some reason, scraped the pedal on the ground. And I was like, I can't believe you did that, dude. One of the teeth was completely bent. There was a big scratch on it. I was like, dude, I just got those. I was so mad. And he goes, "They're going to get scratched anyway." I'm like, that's not the point.
But dude, your bear traps were cheap. That was like a $20 pedal, dude. Like instead of like a hutch or a croupy cage or something that's way expensive. I wouldn't have tripped out if it was a Suntour bear trap. What came first? Was it Suntour or like a hutch pedal? What came first? I think Suntour came first.
I have no idea. I'd probably give it to Hutch because they're the most expensive out there besides Croupy. I think they cornered the market in that whole bear trap style pedal.
But you went low budget, bro. Suntour bear trap.
Yeah, because there was no way I could talk my parents into let me get an $80 set of pedals. It just wasn't happening, dude.
Your dad would say, "I can make a better pedal."
Yeah. I'm like, I'm good. Oh yeah, exactly, man. Let's see. Eric Roop versus Scott Clark. I took those two because they're kind of from the same era. Eric Roop was your choice. Why Eric Roop?
Maybe I'm holding it against Scott when he rode for Murray. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just related it to Roop better, I guess.
There you go. I think Eric got more coverage.
Profile.
I think Scott got a lot of coverage though. He had a lot of big races.
Absolutely on Robinson
Yeah, he was on Robinson, Redline, and Murray. I mean, he had big major sponsors. He was in the movie Rad. So, it's a pretty tough comparison.
Ironically, I'm more of a Eric Roop fan when he was on Profile than when he was on.
Really? You like that jump at the U?
That's a jump, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was on Profile before Mongoose, right?
Yeah. No, I think he was originally on Mongoose, then went to Profile because he's one of the old. Yeah, he's one of the old G's of Mongoose. You know what I mean? And did you know that Eric Roop was signed up to go to the Air Force, ready to rock and roll? He was about to go in and got that factory sponsor from Mongoose and stopped the whole deal.
Well, really? He went in, the recruiter and goes, "I'm out."
Yeah, he goes, I got to get out. I got a factory ride. I got to take it.
And they let him out.
Let him out.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Is that crazy or what? Yeah, I heard him say that on a podcast.
I think it was Dirty Knobs.
It was on Dirty Knobs. Yeah, he's so humble, man, when he talks. Seems like a very genuinely good guy. You know what I mean? Let's see. I said, if you were riding, would you rather, or training, would you rather ride or to R&B or rock? And you said rock. No question.
Dude.
Yeah.
Even though I like Lionel Richie and the Commodores, I mean, I'm not an R&B guy at all. Not really. Growing up, my mom used to listen to like Donna Summer and Kool and the Gang and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm more of a rock guy myself.
Oh, question. Did you ever ride with a Walkman on?
No.
I couldn't do it. I tried. It was very awkward to have the Walkman, because, remember, it goes over your head.
Yeah.
And then my Walkman, it was on a strap that went over my shoulder and stayed on my hip. So it was big and bulky, and it was like I had other Walkmans, but my first original Sony Walkman was kind of bulky. It was big. It was maybe this size, but much thicker. You know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't like riding with the Walkman, but I would see people walking around with them all the time. I
can't even go to the gym with earbuds in. It drives me crazy. Can't do it.
Oh, I can ride with earbuds, and I did today, but for some reason I couldn't do the walk, and I never could. It just got on my nerves.
Dude, it's amazing that you just brought this up, because if Andy ever comes on the show, Andy Patterson ever comes on the show, which I hope he will. There's that picture of him with the Walkman on, and he's walking through the pits. Have you seen that picture?
And the Walkman's tucked in his. Yeah.
I always want to ask him, what were you listening to when that picture was taken? Were you listening to Kool and the Gang, or were you listening to AC/DC? I'm just kind of curious on what he thought he was listening to.
Well, we'll have to save that question, because we have to save that. That's a good question.
I was listening to You are the king. You are the lion. There's nothing but sheep. Have you heard that story?
No.
No, it wasn't him. It was Kevin McNeil. You said, listen, they said about Dirty Knobs, right? I think it was Kevin McNeil. He had a Walkman on and a tape, and it says, "They are sheep. You are a lion. They are sheep. You are a lion." Talking about his competitors on the gate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I love motivational stuff like that.
That's a G move, dude. I like that.
That is. That's definitely. I asked you, do you prefer jumping or racing? You hesitated on that one too, because we talked about that in the last show. Because I said I love racing, but there were days where you're just out riding with your friends.
You nailed it. And your stones come out on the jump, not on the track.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, your fortitude. Look, you gonna do this jump or not, man? And there's no way to fake it. You can't get lucky and someone crash in front of you. You can't get a good start and win and pull it off. It's either you make it or you don't.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's why I have to choose jumping.
Yeah, I thought about that. I even listened to the podcast again today, and I was like, man, because I said, I go, man, I don't know. The perfect day in my mind is riding with my friends. And man, there would be days where we weren't even jumping, where we were just riding around the neighborhood together and just getting a soda and just having fun, man. It's kind of hard to replace that, you know?
Dude, in my city, they filmed a lot of movies, dude. A lot of movies in South Pasadena. And we used to have these sidewalks where big oak trees used to grow in the area, and then the roots used to pop up the sidewalk. And dude, we used to fly down. We have our favorite driveways. You hit that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fun for miles down these roads. You just
man. And you probably didn't realize it, but you were training and you didn't even think about it. Yeah. You know, I'll tell you a quick story, Kevin. It was like, rest in peace, my boy Mike. My boy Mike Rodriguez passed away about 5 or 6 years ago. But when we were teenagers, man, we were riding our bikes together, and we were heading back to either his house or my house. I can't remember. And he only had enough money to buy. He could have bought 2 small Slurpees, but he bought one big, large one for himself. And he's like, yeah, this Slurpee's delicious, man. And he was like rubbing it in my face, and I'm riding alongside of him. And I was like, that's messed up, dude. And so I gave him a quick elbow, and there was a chain link fence alongside. He was riding alongside. That chain link fence caught his handlebar, and he was like, zing, it turned him. Nobody had a Slurpee after that. It was gone.
I thought you were going to say it was all over his shirt, all over his clothes and everything.
Oh, no, it spilled everywhere, though, but it didn't. Yeah, but that was funny. I was like, and he was hella mad. He's like, man, that's messed up. I'm like, well, my bad. I mean, I didn't know that was going to happen. That was hella funny, dude. All right, so we talked about training. I said, would you think sprints or riding hills? You said riding hills. There's a lot to be said about riding.
I never did a gate start for training in my life.
Yeah, I think riding hills, and if you can conquer any hill, I mean a big hill, BMX track shouldn't be a problem, right? I wouldn't think.
I always did the long turn. I never went straight up the hill. I went like back and forth.
Oh, like this number.
Zigzag.
Yeah. Hey, yo, going up hills is not fun. Obviously, it burns, it hurts, but going down hills. Woo! Have you ever gone down a hill so fast on a BMX bike that it's doing that number, dude? Yeah, that's when you know you're catching some serious speed, dude. I just love doing that. Yeah, I love it.
The Kent Lowry and Johnny V episode. I don't think you were on that one.
No.
They told a story about bombing down the hill, and they were going so fast that his brake pads flew off. He had cool stop brake pads, and he wore them all the way down, and they flew off. And he had no brakes. It's funny. If anybody wants to watch that episode, it's a great episode.
That is funny, man. Goggles or no goggles, man? I'm a goggle guy, dude. I love wearing goggles. I think they look so cool. Yeah, but you said no goggles.
Tinted or clear goggles?
I like tinted ones. My goggles currently are mirrored. Yeah, I got like 2 sets of mirrored goggles. Yeah, they look awesome. And it's weird because I don't get the goofy eye look when I'm all covered up.
I would argue. I mean, goggles were more. I don't think we ever really needed them, but they were more appropriate in the 80s than they are now. No one they wear goggles now. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a reason why, because I wear contact lenses. And if any dust gets in my contact lenses, even the smallest amount, it really screws me up. And then I'm like blinking, and the race is over. You know. So when I wear goggles, no issue at all. Do
they have prescription goggles?
Yeah, I'm sure they are, and they're probably super expensive. But I do wear contact lenses, and I for a while, Kev, in the 90s, my vision. I've always had bad vision since I was like 9 years old, but I learned to adjust the way things looked, and I didn't wear my glasses a lot. It wasn't until I was 16 when I tried to get a license, and DMV's like, how are you even walking around, dude? You got to get glasses. And anyway, I raced without glasses forever until I got in my 20s. And that's when I realized I can't see well enough to race. And I did the whole Gary Ellis thing where I wore my eyeglasses under my helmet for a while. hated doing that, dude. I couldn't stand it. So I'm like, I'm getting contacts.
It bothered my ears if I had the glasses on.
Oh yeah, it definitely would hurt. So I'm like, I didn't dig doing that. But yeah, once I went to contact lenses, it was great. But I was racing one time on a Saturday or Friday night, and I was sitting at about third, and it was kind of dusty that day, and a lot of dust went in my face, and everything just went. My vision was just gone, and that's when I realized, I got to wear goggles, and I still do. I still race with goggles on.
I used to wear fake glasses when I was going out picking up chicks, dude. I used to wear fake glasses.
Oh, you just want them for the fashion. A lot of people do that, Kev. That's like a thing.
Really? Not now. I thought I invented it, dude.
Yeah, because it gives you that whole kind of cool looking, like, serious.
I was a huge Morrissey fan, and so I went out. I bought schoolboy glasses, and the guy, the optometrist, is like, "Oh, where's your prescription?" And I go, "I don't have a prescription. I want clear lenses." He's like, "What, dude?" And my friends gave me so much shit for that, dude. To this day, when I see them, they're all, "Dude, Willie, where are your glasses?"
So you have.
I have a picture of me with my glasses. I'm going to post it in the episode. Anyway,
do you have 20/20? Do you have 20/20 vision? You can see perfectly.
I could back then.
Yeah. So what? You can't see close nowadays?
I can see fine, but I don't need glasses. But I don't have 20/20 anymore. I got like 40/40 or something like that.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could drive and everything without wearing glasses.
Well, my wife says I can't see the dirty dishes in the sink, so maybe I do need glasses. I gotta tell you what she said about the last video. Remind me. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Haro gloves or JT racing gloves? You picked Haro gloves. I agree. I had JT gloves, but I love there's a certain leather Haro glove. I love the way it looks in the front. I can't describe it. I'd have to find a photo, but yeah, I like the Haro gloves.
I'm talking about the all-weather. Haro made the all-weather gloves, right?
So did JT. So did JT.
Okay, I had Haro. The other ones are too thick for me. I like the cotton.
Yeah.
Black dots. Haro.
I had some Haros like that too, by the way. The wet weather ones. I had some of those too. Yeah. They were pretty cool. The gloves nowadays, Kevin, like I have some Fly gloves. They're leather, but they really form to your hand, so you can still feel the grips. So definitely, yeah. And I should have asked, do you race with gloves or without gloves?
Always gloves, dude.
Yeah, I used to go without gloves sometimes, and to this day, I don't know what I was thinking, because when you fall, dude, what's the first thing you do? Put your hands out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my hands were always jacked up, and that's when I'm like, I start wearing gloves.
It just feels so, when you're a skin-tight pair of gloves and you can still remove your hands, it just feels so comforting, dude. Like,
yeah,
dude, I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel naked. I'd feel weird if I didn't have gloves on.
Nowadays, dude, BMX bikes, nobody races with pads anymore. That's why I asked you, do you like pads or no pads? Because you can see my bikes behind me, none of them have pads on them anymore. And you said, I like pads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think pads complete the look of your bike, dude.
Yeah, I can imagine not. Yeah, I know that you don't have to have pads on now.
Right.
What year did they say, look, you don't need pads anymore? It was in the 90s, right?
I know in the 90s I was still rocking pads, but I noticed in the 2000s it started to taper away.
When did they start with that one single pad on top of your it didn't go all the way around. It was just on top. When was that? 90s?
That was in the 90s, because the first time I experienced a pad like that was when I got my Specialized Fat Boy in 98, because you couldn't put a pad on there. So there was a rubber pad that Velcroed to the top of the frame. Yeah. So that was, and I remember not running it. I was at a race, and the guy, one of the volunteers at the track, he goes, "Hey, you have to have a pad set." I go, "Dude, how? Look at my frame. How am I going to put it?" And he was like, "Well, they make pads for those."
I'm looking at my Fat Boy right now thinking, where's my pad?
Yeah, you don't have it.
I have residue from the sticker, though.
That's where the pad used to be. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And there were I actually had it. I just didn't want to use it, but it had like I think the Specialized S on the top of it. And it was just you put the Velcro on the top tube, and then it's not a top tube, but you know what I'm talking about. And it just sits on top of there like that.
Yeah.
But I like the looks of pads. I know you and I have talked about that before, and it was a great finishing touch for a bike. At least I thought it was.
But you've asked me this before, but you know one of the reasons why I like the California lights were much thinner, it seemed like, than the Blight or any other Zap pads, where it went all the way around, but it wasn't too bulky. It was cleaner. It was a cleaner look, in my opinion. That's why I like the California light better.
No, that's a good point. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
When I said Skyway TA versus Skyway 300 TA, and you were kind of paused, I don't know that one. The Skyway 300 TA came out around the time Rick Palmer was on Skyway, which would have been in the late 80s, where they were trying to get into the regular chrome molly with spoked wheel bike so that they could be more competitive at the track. So it's a decent looking frame, but the Skyway TA is much nicer frame.
It was a lower quality frame, right? Or lower cost.
Yeah, it just looked like it was, to me, it never appealed to me. I thought it was just, I don't know, now this looks like any other bike now. Skyway TA has its own look to it. That's why I agreed with you on that one, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I said racing daytime or under the lights?
Nighttime, dude. Prime time.
Yeah. What I got to tell you, man, at Sonoma BMX back in the 80s, they had great lights, right? And there was something about being under the lights and your bike's shining under the lights, man. Your spokes are glistening, and it was awesome, dude. I used to love racing at night.
Nothing can match it, dude. Nothing can match it.
Yeah,
Azusa on the gate. You're at the bottom of the canyon.
Yeah.
You got Happy Jack's Fish Farm next door, and you got the wind coming down, blowing through the canyon. You don't have a T-shirt on. All you got are your jersey, and air is blowing through the little holes in your jersey, and you're up there, and you gotta adjust your gate stands for the wind on the gate, and you can smell the fish from the next door, and you're just like, oh yeah, man, this is it right now, and you're nice, and you're just a little chilly. But, yeah, you're ready to go, dude. That's what I'm thinking of, dude. So,
dude, I cannot beat that visual. That's amazing that you had that memory. I love that, dude. I can tell you one.
Hop it up on the back wheel to get your pedals just right.
Yeah, that's when you're feeling good. I love that, man. I was at a race I think it was 98, 99. I was racing cruisers, and there was this is off subject a little bit, but I was on the gate, and there was a soccer field next. And I hope I didn't tell you the story, Kev, but there was a soccer field next to the BMX track, and these little girls were playing, man, must 5 or 6 year olds, right? And there's no goalies, and they're just running around. And for some reason, everybody stopped and was watching this little blonde girl, and she's all alone, man. She's breaking away from all the other players. She's got a wide open shot at the goal, man. She's just about to kick it in, and she stepped on the ball and rolled on, fell on her back. Everybody on the track and staging, they were like, oh! We all kind of forgot where we were for a minute there, man. That was pretty cool.
Cadence.
Yeah, but I can tell you, getting back to it, the nighttime racing, there was one time I was racing nights. It was in the 80s, and the lights were on, and there was a local newspaper came and was just taking photos and talking to some of the racers. And it was called Daily Review or something like that. And he had like the big ass camera with the big flash on there. And we were in gay practice, and everybody was just going as fast as they could because we knew he was taking pictures. And all these flash cubes were going off as we were flying by him, dude. That was an amazing feeling. Yeah. I don't even remember racing that. I don't remember what happened in the race, but I remember that.
That'd be great, dude. Wow.
Yeah. All right, man. We're getting close to the end, dude. Freestyle, was it fad? Was it a fad, or was it legit in the 80s? And you said, it was a fad.
Dude, I probably piss off a lot of people right now, dude.
Yeah. These are the opinions of Kevin Wilson.
These are not held by the podcast.
I think it started out as a fad, and I think it did legitimize as now it's a whole different beast. But I did hear R.L. Osborne, and we talked about Joe Kidd on the Stingray, and he was like, I remember him saying, yeah, I had nothing to worry about. My money was good. I was making a lot of money. I thought I was set for life, and then oops, freestyle just the bottom fell out of it all of a sudden. It was just gone. Yeah, and racing just kept on going. You know.
To quote Vance Patterson when I interviewed him.
Yeah.
Freestyle is not BMX.
Oh, Vance said that?
Yeah, I asked him. I said, "Hey, you never made a freestyle bike?" And he goes, very seriously, he goes, "Freestyle is not BMX." I'm all, well, there you go. He said it.
Hey, he's one of the godfathers, so we gotta like respect that,
yeah.
right? Yeah, definitely. And then the last one, Kevin, BMX, should it be in the Olympics or not in the Olympics? And you said, yeah, Olympics.
Sure, yeah. I mean, not that I watch it that much, but yeah, I think so. I think I think it's great. I think it's great that guys like you and I now can have something to strive for after they turn expert or whatever. They have something to strive for, another hurdle to another milestone to reach. I think that's great. Even though they may not reach it, it's there to encourage you to get faster and so forth.
I love watching it. The last Olympics, Kev, I had to go to the post office because me and my sister were in the middle of remodeling that rental house. We were fixing it, I should say. And I told her, I have to go to the post office because the old tenants didn't give me the mailbox key back. And so I had to go to the post office that day, and the line was so big, Kevin. It was out the door, and I was like waiting there and waiting to order a new key. And anyway, the Olympics were on, and I was like, I have a Peacock on my phone, so the whole Olympics was televised. So I'm like, oh wait, I think the races are starting. I literally watched the finals while I was in line, and I was so involved with watching the Olympic finals that I forgot I was in line. I was like going, come on.
Okay, the Olympics are on, but you can't. Before BMX was in the Olympics. What was your favorite Olympic event?
I'm gonna make you laugh, dude.
Go ahead. If you say curling, dude, I quit.
Dude. All right, you remember the whole Tanya Harding thing?
Yes.
I could not stop watching figure skating. I couldn't stop because all the drama between Tanya Harding and what was the other gal that got hit?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan, man, and then they both got smoked by Oksana Bayul. Dude, I was so involved with watching it. I couldn't stop. I was totally enthralled with that, dude. But yeah, so I used to watch a lot of that.
You're not going to believe. I don't blame people for not believing this story.
Okay.
Just 2 days ago, I watched the whole story back to front on YouTube about Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan, Jeff Gillooly, all those dudes.
You just did?
Huh?
You just watched that?
And then you bring it up. Like, I just.
Hey, and full disclosure, you just asked me that question. We didn't set that up. Yeah, that's so funny.
I know what you were going to say. Figure skating. Figure skating. I liked it too, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really into it, and but other than that, I definitely like the track and field events. You know, I didn't. I love the sprinters. You know, Usain Bolt and all that stuff. You know.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Oh, I love watching basketball too. Like the Dream Team was probably one of the coolest things I ever saw. But that's about it. Olympics anyway.
Nancy Kerrigan was a dish, wasn't she? Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I like Tanya.
You like really?
Dude, Tanya Harding had the greatest butt in the 80s.
She has some thick legs, dude. Yeah,
yeah.
Dude, but, okay, so she went down a little bit, but she still looks okay.
Yeah. I actually, did you ever watch that movie I, Tanya, by the way?
Yeah.
I love that movie. I ended up buying the DVD. I just love it. The movie's great. Yeah. I thought it was anyway. But anyway,
the Tanya Harding episode.
So Kevin and I are going to try something different tonight, man. We're going to bring on a BMX civilian tonight, right?
We're bringing on a civilian. You gonna let him know to come on? Yeah,
I'll let him know right now. We're going to do a little bit of pop culture stuff, and I was joking around with this guy. My buddy Fred. We've been friends since I was 19. And I told him, I go, hey, you ever want to come on and just because I was practicing with him, Kevin, the other night. I think it was Friday night. I go, hey, let me ask you some questions because I just want to get your feedback. And then I go, hey, you want to try? And he goes, yeah, I'll come on. So that's what we're going to do.
He doesn't have no one sitting next to him giving him the answers, does he?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I told him, that's what I was explaining to Kevin, and I said, hey, I'm not going to do a pop culture trivia. I'm just going to give you guys open topics to discuss, and we're just going to have some fun.
I still don't know what you're talking about, but we'll work it out.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, Kevin. I'm going to tell you, I'll use an example. I go, oh, man, Kevin, did you like Big Macs or quarter pounders? And then you're just going to give me your opinion. Okay. All right, hold on a second. I told him to come on in.
Okay, so we're not doing a trivia contest.
No, we're just going to have fun. We're going to have just open dialogue. Did he come? Is he coming in?
Fred's here.
Yeah. Dang, that was fast, dude. Fred Berry, welcome to the BMXPERTS Podcast. You big BMX non-racing civilian.
Hey, Fred, we got all the business done. Now you're dessert, bro.
All right, man. Let's do this.
We brought you in for the ladies.
Oh, well, I understand because Dan can't do that, so I got it.
So I got quick a little bit of background for Fred. Met Fred when I was 19, working at Round Table Pizza, 1989 or 90, I think.
89.
Yeah, we've been friends ever since. And he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt for a reason, dude. He lives in Hawaii.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. All right, man. Are you guys ready to play?
You think Round Table's the best pizza, or if you go out to pizza right now, where would you guys go?
Please.
Man. First of all, I'm not a big pizza lover because Dan used to get pizza for free almost every night, and he ruined pizza for me. I couldn't stand it. Now I eat pizza like maybe twice a year.
Oh, really? Okay.
Probably my favorite would be the Papa Murphy's Take and Bake, the chicken Caesar.
There you go, man. That's a good one, man.
That is.
Yeah, cool. Well, he's in Southern Cal, so he doesn't know all the stuff that we're familiar with.
Okay, SoCal. Okay.
I'm down with civilization.
So I was telling Kevin, Fred, before we get started, you guys both went in the military around the same time. You guys are about the same age. And then Kevin went into the Marines, and you went into the Army right around the same time. About 18.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I thought it was really cool. I was like, it didn't come to me until after you got off.
Do the Army bag on the Marines in boot camp? Because we bagged on the Army in boot camp.
No, they bagged on the Navy.
The Navy? Okay.
Yeah. Not the Marines. I got a lot of homeboys that's Marines, and they was at Paris Island and down in San Diego and stuff like that. But no, we didn't bag on the Marines. Huh?
Okay. When did you get out?
I got out in 90 in February 1990.
Did you get recalled for the Gulf or no?
No, my unit was actually going, but I didn't get recalled. Some of my unit, when I was in the assault helicopter company, we were Blackhawks.
Okay, Blackhawks. Yeah, I got out in like July of 90, and then I got recalled in 91.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't even know that, Ken.
Yeah. It was.
Wow.
I was broke, sleeping on on someone's couch, and I answered the door. Someone knocked on the door, and I opened up, and it was, "Are you James Wilson?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" And they go, "Western Union," and I signed for Western Union. and said, "You have 40 hours to report to Camp Pendleton for active duty to the Persian Gulf," and with a check for $1,000. I'm all, yeah, bitchin'.
Hey. Wow.
I was starving to death, sleeping on the couch. But yeah, I got recalled.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
How long were you in on the recall orders?
A month, and then it ended.
That was it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I never even cut my hair. We signed power of attorney, and wait around. Okay, it's over with. Go home. And that was it.
Dang.
Yeah, the military is a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
A lot of hurry up and wait.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna do let's do some pop culture stuff, man. Let's get into it.
All right, let's go.
All right, now I'm gonna ask you guys questions, and I want you to just give me without putting a lot of thought into it, just give me your gut answer, okay?
All
All right. So, Fred, you're the guest, so you get to answer first, and then Kevin's going to answer behind you. Are you ready, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right. First nude scene you ever seen?
You talked. Oh my God! It was the sensuous nurse Ursula Andress and Porgy's.
Porky's, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
Porky's. First time I saw some boobs.
What about you, Kev?
So I'm thinking that it was going to be Joan Collins in The Bitch. It was a
Really?
movie in like the early 70s. But Porky's was pretty close with there. Did yeah.
I think I was telling Fred last night or Friday night. I was like, yeah, I believe it or not, I saw the movie Piranha at my it was at my grandmother's house. That was the first time I seen a nude scene. I was like, whoa. I was pretty young at the time. Yeah. All right, now I got another one for you guys.
The first rated R movie too, or have
Well,
you
this
seen
is
rated R movies?
that leads to my next question. What was the first rated R movie that you seen?
The first rated R movie. Oh my gosh! It was probably one of those. It might. Now that I think about it, I think my first one was Animal House.
There you go. That's a good one, man.
I think it was Animal House.
Now, are we talking about with our parents' knowledge or without their knowledge?
You can give me both if you want, man.
I think the first one that I watched was my mom took me to the movie, so it was Escape from New York.
Really? What'd you think of that?
Oh wow!
That
Okay.
was an awesome movie, dude. And she was like, "This is a great movie," and she took me. She took my brother and I, and that was an awesome movie, dude. The first rare movie I ever saw without my mom knowing was Damien Omen 2.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There you go. I snuck into Vacation. I was telling Fred on Friday, dude. Me and my cousin Bobby paid to see Jaws 3, and then we snuck in to see Vacation.
That's rated PG, right? That wasn't rated R.
It was rated R. There was nude scenes, and I told the Fred, yeah. It was
Okay, Beverly D'Angelo. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely.
It was worth it to see her nude.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. Best music video of the 80s, in your opinion? Best music best music video in the 80s. What do you think, Fred?
I'm going with Billie Jean.
Ooh, that's
Billie
a good one,
Jean.
man. That one still hits. I heard it today.
Friday night videos. Billie Jean. We counted on that one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question after I answer. My answer is Duran Duran Rio.
Oh yeah,
and
that was a good one.
Really that's not my favorite song, but that's the best video.
That's a good one. Oh, and if we use strictly videos, also one of my favorite videos is "Take on Me" by Aha.
Oh, that's a good one.
The girl in that video is exquisite, dude.
Yeah, Take on Me.
What was your question on that, Kev?
Her name is Bunty Bailey, I believe. And she still looks phenomenal.
Nice.
Hey, what was your first music video?
Oh, there you go.
That you ever saw?
The first music video I ever saw? Oh, good Lord. The first one I can remember, probably something by Prince.
Prince?
Probably something by Purple Rain. No, When Doves Cry was probably one of the first ones.
Right? 86.
Yeah. So they kind of all blend together. I mean, I watched whatever was on. I told Dan I didn't have cable for a long time, so whatever they played is what I watched.
Do you remember on TV, Danny?
Yeah.
They used to play videos in between movies, and this was probably 2 years before MTV or a year before MTV. I saw Rick Springfield, Jesse's Girl on TV.
Oh,
that was the first
there you go. Yeah. I'm going to stop both of you guys for a second and wonder why neither of you said Thriller wasn't the greatest 80s video you've ever seen. Thriller kicked everybody's ass.
It wasn't as good as Billie Jean. Thriller was a movie, dude. Thriller was a movie. It was directed by John Landis, the same dude who did American Werewolf in London.
Exactly.
That was like the longest. That was a movie. I don't even count that as a video. I was like
you are
16
only
minutes
supporting
long.
my argument right now.
No, I'm still going with Billie Jean. You said my favorite.
If come down Billie Jean or Thriller, I'm going with Thriller by far.
Yeah, Thriller was the stuff, dude. I mean, dang. All right. This one's going to be a little tough. You guys ready?
Go ahead.
The best action figure you ever had in the 80s. Best action figure. Well, I guess we would call them dolls because, I mean, that's what they were. But what do you think?
I had some Transformers.
That was your favorite one?
Yeah, but my favorite of all time, but I just thought when you say 80s, I was like, dang, I'm about to date myself because I go back before then. My favorite was the $6 Million Man.
That was mine,
I had the $6 million Man, and I had Stretch Armstrong.
Kevin, you mentioned that one. Yeah. What was yours, Kev? What was yours, Kev?
I had every G.I. Joe ever made with the real hair.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you guys remember? Do you guys remember a store called Two Guys? Did they have Two Guys up by you guys?
Not that I know of.
That one, no.
So they used to have a place called Two Guys in Southern California, and we had all the trucks, the helicopters, the submarines, all that.
Yeah.
And we went to. They were going out of business, and we went to Two Guys, and my mom bought every single G.I. Joe outfit that they had, and I had thousands of dollars of G.I. Joe stuff when I went to the Marine Corps. My mom threw it all away or sold it at a yard sale. But G.I. Joe.
I can tell you, dude, I had the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, and I had the talking G.I. Joe where you pulled the string and he would talk. Yep. Yeah, and one time that string broke, and my sister's like, he just spoke his final words. Yeah, dude, I was like, damn it. Yeah, I had the helicopter, I had the tank, I had a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, dude. And I had
the semi, the one that it came apart and then you opened it. It had like a satellite dish in the back.
I had the same thing. It was
I had that one.
Was it yellow?
No, I think it was like a grayish tan. I was really little when I had that. And then I had Evel Knievel.
I can't believe I forgot about the Evel Knievel.
I had Evel Knievel, dude. Yep.
Yeah.
Big Jim, dude. Big Jim.
I had a Big Jim. Yeah.
No, I didn't have that.
Dang, dude, you guys are bringing it all back. I could tell you, though, with the G.I. Joe thing, I don't know if you guys remember, there was something called Bookin' Records where you put the little 45 in your record player and it would read the comic book and the page would get to the end and it would go, dong, and you would turn the page. I had some G.I. Joe ones like that. I
did not have that.
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
Yeah, I love Bookin' Records, man. All right, now we're gonna.
Fred's having a camera problem.
I'm good. I'm just trying to set it up so I don't have to hold it.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Now you're like filling the screen too. Okay, Rocky movies. Who was the best opponent for Rocky, in your opinion?
Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang, dude.
Clubber Lang. Rocky 3. I'm going to put, I would go with Clubber Lang, but I definitely thought that Ivan Drago was definitely high on the list. That Rocky 4 movie. But I'm going to tell you this, Rocky 4 had the best soundtrack. That's my opinion.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I thought the one with, did Eye the Tiger, wasn't that on the first one?
That was the third one.
That was third one.
Yeah. Eye of the Tiger was the biggest hit. I'll give you that one.
But dude, Mr. T had the best lines in the whole movie, dude. What's your forecast for the fight? Pain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torture him. I'm gonna crucify him real bad.
Yeah, he had great lines. You're right, dude.
Clubber Lang.
Got a lot of move. Hey woman. Oh, I love it.
Dang, you definitely. Yeah, we'll have to have a Rocky conference. I keep meaning to do that for you, dude. So,
I'm gonna hurt him. I'm gonna crucify him real bad.
Dang, dude, you definitely watched that a lot, man. Dang. Okay, I got a question for you. Okay, in Rocky 3, Apollo Creed, it's the first fight, right? Remember, they fought twice, right, in the movie. So Apollo Creed walks in the ring, walks over to shake his hand. What does Clubber Lang say to him?
You better get out of my way, chump. And I don't want no has-been messing in my corner. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Knock it off. Yeah.
Come on, Creed. Come on, Creed.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Kevin.
Dude.
Amazing, dude. Amazing. All right. This leads to the next question. In terms of action movies, who did it better, Sly or Arnold? Whoa.
I got to go Arnold because of Terminator and the first Predator.
Nice choice, dude.
I have to go with Arnold. Yeah.
You're going with Arnold too, Kevin? Why with Arnold?
Predator is just a stellar movie, dude.
It is, dude. That is such a tough choice, man. It really is.
Get to the chopper.
I think Fred and I agree. Like the military aspect of it, that's what turned me on. Like I think it was great. I just think it was a great movie.
Yep.
I got a question for both you guys because you bring up a good point, Kevin. I mean, both of them did military sort of movies, right? Rambo, Predator. In terms of like the action sequences with the fighting and the guns, what is more realistic in your turn, in your eyes?
None of it.
None of it.
Absolutely none of it. If you run in there like they do in their movies, you'll be dead in 10 seconds.
Dude, there's no way that you could hold a 50 cal under your arm, dude. I couldn't hold it with 2 arms, dude. There's no way.
No way.
I think a 50 cal probably weighs 300 pounds or something, 250 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy expensive.
Yeah.
That's crazy heavy. Well, okay,
Yeah.
Fred, Rambo 1 or Predator?
Oh, which Predator?
The first one.
Rambo 1 or Predator? Okay, so all in all, I like the Predator movies better, but I like Rambo 1 better because I loved how he got justice for how those cops treated him. I absolutely love that. So I'm going to go with Rambo 1.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
First Blood.
In Rambo 1, I dug how they kept dropping the names of his former squad members when they're talking about his history. You know, Danforth, Barry, naming all the names. And he goes, they're all dead, sir. They're all dead. I'm the last one.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Got to treat our vets right, man. Got to treat our vets right.
All right, Danny.
All right.
We're way off. We're way off the reservation, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got plenty of them, man. That's okay. This is fun. All right. So in terms of, let's see, 1980s, actress or singer, who was your top 3 in terms of hotness?
Dang. I was not expecting that one. That's a good one. Top 3.
I'm going to tell you something, dude. You're going to laugh, dude.
I already know it's going to be stupid.
I had a hella crush on this one woman, dude.
Why is the only girl I could think about from there was the girl from the White Snake video?
Tony Catan.
Yes, her. That's the only one I can think of right now is her. I can think of that video. And only because of freaking Talladega Nights. That's the only reason.
Oh, dude, I love that. He goes, look away. We're going to make animal noises.
It was in the 2000s.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that just reminded me. I'm trying to think of what else. I can't think of anybody else. That's crazy. Like any actresses that really stand out from the 80s.
Yeah.
No, I'm drawing a blank, dude.
Wow.
I'm drawing a blank.
Phoebe Cates, number 1.
Yeah, we always talk about Phoebe Cates. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But
that's a good one.
Phoebe Cates, the chick from the rat videos that putting on stockings. That I always like that one.
That's the album cover, isn't it?
That's the album. Okay, that's the album. I had a thing for older women back then, dude. Like Karen Grassley, dude. I had a crush on Karen Grassley.
There you go.
You know who that Karen Grassley is?
What was she in?
You don't know who it is, do you, Danny?
No, I'm drawing a blank. I just wrote her name down.
The mother on Little House on the Prairie.
Our friendship is over, dude. Oh my God, dude! Look, it's really easy.
I'm not bullshit, dude. I'm serious, dude.
Oh God, dude!
And
I mean,
Donna Mills was 3.
there you go, man. None of you guys said Farrah Fawcett. None of you guys said Suzanne Summers. And I mean, those two right off the top of my head.
Farrah, yes, not Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, I couldn't think, but I'm gonna go with Kevin on that. Fair, yeah, not so much Suzanne Summers.
Wow, man, I should have just made that a question.
Yeah.
Okay, Christy Brinkley, absolutely. I forgot about her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
weird when you're put on the spot because you're like, oh, I can't think of anybody right now. I love Sharon Stone, man. I was like obsessed with Sharon.
Dude. All right,
But
Sharon Stone in
that ain't 80s though.
or 2.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
She looked better in 2.
Which movie are you referring to?
Basic Instinct 2 or Basic Instinct 1? She
Yeah,
looked better in the second one.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I can't remember 2 though. But she looked really good in that one Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he goes to Mars.
Oh yeah.
What was that called again?
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Dude, she was amazing looking in Total Recall. Yeah.
Have you seen Basic Instinct lately?
Not in a long time.
I seen the first one. I don't remember the second one. I saw the first one.
I had seen it years ago, and I just watched it probably a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Dude, there's some wild scenes in that movie, dude. Dude, do you remember when they're in bed and he does this ring a bell?
Yeah, and it's like, don't get us demonetized.
You know what I'm talking about? You can see his eyes.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Whoa, dude! I can't believe they showed that.
Yeah, it's funny because when that movie came out, the Union City Drive-In was still operating, and those scenes are just out for everybody to see. Because you can just drive by and see those scenes. It was crazy,
All right,
man.
I'm going to take Terry Grassley off. I'm going to put Sharon Stone on.
There you go. All right, let's skip that one. That's a dumb one.
What's next?
All right, who was your favorite male and favorite female solo artist?
In the 80s?
The 80s, yeah.
My male would have been that'd have been a toss-up between Michael Jackson and Prince. I'll go with MJ because I knew more of his music at that time. And female would be Lisa.
Lisa and the Cult Jam. Is it the Cult Jam? Is that what it is?
Lisa and Cult Jam with Full Force or some nonsense. I just liked her because she was a hot Hispanic chick.
There you go. What did you think, Kev?
Morrissey for male, female would be Madonna.
Yeah, Madonna was my favorite. But I'm gonna tell you this: I love Pat Benatar, man. Did you like Pat Benatar?
Nah, not particularly.
You guys are
really Kylie Minogue. Yeah, Kylie Minogue was good.
Was she out in the 80s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Hit me with your best shot. That was huge.
No, Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember her, dude. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
I know who she is, but I don't remember her in the 80s.
He redid the song "Locomotion."
Oh, did she really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 84 or something.
All right, now this question here, I can't answer. Well, I could probably answer it, but I'm probably not the biggest fan of it. Favorite James Bond movie?
Oh my gosh, I'm a James Bond fanatic. All the ones with Pierce Brosnan was my favorite James Bond. Pierce Brosnan. So GoldenEye, I love GoldenEye. From Russia with Love, Moonraker, Dr. No, Goldfinger, Never Say Never. Dude, I cannot pick a favorite. I go all the way back to George Lazenby and Her Majesty's Secret Service. I love all James Bond movies, and I got them all right there sitting in front of me in the box set.
He didn't even answer it, dude. He just gave me like 10 of them.
I can't answer it. I don't have a favorite. I love all of them.
The question was movie, not what James Bond was my favorite, right?
Yeah, he said favorite movie.
Movie, yeah.
Casino Royale with Daniel Craig.
That's a good one too. It is.
By far.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
You know, who do you think played James Bond best, though?
Daniel
Now that we're
Craig.
on. Really?
So it's two. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to answer that question. It's two different ways you can put that.
All right.
Pierce Brosnan, in my opinion, by far was the smoothest. Daniel Craig was the rawest because he was like when James Bond first became James Bond. Because if you remember in his first movie, he got his first kill because you got to get 2 confirmed kills for 00 status.
Yeah.
So he was like James Bond as the rookie, like raw and unrefined. So they're like literally like 2 different generations of James Bond.
Damn, good answer, man. Nobody likes Roger Moore.
It would be Roger Moore.
Yeah, I was going to say nobody likes Roger Moore.
Was a good one. Roger Moore was a good one.
Sean Connery as 007, was he the stuff or what? Because I don't think I've ever watched him.
He was good too.
Yeah,
he was good too. The worst was Timothy Dalton.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was the worst.
I don't have an opinion. I've never watched him.
All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 5 left, guys. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. The song that defined the 80s for you. Name the song that defined the 80s for you.
That defined the 80s. 5 Minutes of Funk by Houdini.
All right. What about you, Kev?
Love that song.
How Soon Is Now by the Smiths.
What was it, Kev?
How Soon Is Now by the Smiths.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to Google these, man.
It's not. It's a Stairway to Heaven of the 80s.
You know what defines the 80s for me, man, is that Africa by Toto. It's one of the songs that, and when I think 80s, I think that song, or that Men at Work song. What was that one again?
Who Can It Be Now?
Or Down Under.
Am I Down Under?
You're probably thinking of Down Under.
Down Under,
It was Who Can It Be.
So those are the 2 songs that I think kind of define the 80s for me. When I think of the 80s, I think of those songs. So that's mine.
I want the viewers to comment on what song, and I guarantee they're going to agree with me.
Yeah, we'll see. You're kind of a punk rock dude. You introduced me to that last week, and I was like, I don't know him that well. You know, I was thinking that. All right, favorite place to go eat and hang out at in the 80s. That's kind of a hard one.
Pretty much just the mall, just any place in the mall where the girls were.
What about eating wise? Where did you like to eat?
Whatever's at the food court. I wasn't picky.
Yeah, I just watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High last week, and I got nostalgic. I wanted to watch it because me and Kevin always bring it up, and I was like, I remembered I was watching the movie, and a lot of that movie is based with these guys working in the mall, right? And I just saw how busy it was, and all the hustle and bustle, and all the stores are open, and people are eating at the food court. And I go, dang, that was pretty legit. That felt real to me when I saw that. I mean, that's how it was, right?
Tommy's,
all right, Kev.
Tommy's in Eagle Rock, California.
What is that, Kev? What is that?
You never heard of Tommy's Hamburgers?
No.
Man, you guys are in the middle of nowhere. Anybody that's from Southern California knows that Tommy's, and one of the most famous Tommy's was in Eagle Rock, California, and that's where we went after we got out of the clubs in Pasadena, or every time we're leaving a party, we got to go to Tommy's to get chili cheese fries.
So, dude, I was at your house in July, and you didn't take me to Tommy's. We went and got pizza, so that's just messed up.
Yeah, there's not Tommy's around here.
No, I'm just messing with you. All right, man, we're moving on to the next subject. Blue Thunder or Airwolf?
Airwolf.
Dang, that was quick, dude.
Airwolf.
What about you, Kev?
What's Blue Thunder?
Was it Blue Thunder? What was it called?
It was Blue Thunder.
They were both helicopter shows from the 80s. They were all about and Blue Thunder was a movie before it was a show, if I'm getting that correct.
Yeah, Blue Thunder was an Apache.
Jan Michael Vincent was in the
Airwolf.
Airwolf.
Yeah, and I think it's the dude from Jaws, Roy Schneider.
Scheider.
Was he was the pilot for Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder was an Apache, and it was everybody was afraid about Big Brother spying on you because it had all the high tech infrared and it could, listen in on radio stuff, and it was stealthy and whatever. But even though it was physically impossible, Airwolf could go faster than the speed of sound when they hit the jets, and I absolutely love that.
I'll go with Airwolf. I never watched either one of them. I'll go with Airwolf.
Yeah,
What?
Airwolf was the bomb.
Was the theme song dun, 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 dun. Am I thinking, is that right or no?
Yeah, that's Airwolf.
Yeah, okay, Airwolf. And there was a motorcycle movie too, or show.
Street Hawk.
Street Hawk, and then there was Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. Street Hawk sucked. Street Hawk was trash.
I kind of remember that one. But my comparison, guys, was Knight Rider or Dukes of Hazzard.
Knight Rider.
You went Knight Rider. What did you say, Kev?
Dukes of Hazzard by far.
You went Dukes of Hazzard. I was watching a reel today, and there was a guy that found General Lee 1, and it was a whole story about him finding that car. It was pretty cool.
It was on Wikipedia, right? It was on
I saw it on Facebook.
Pen Wiki channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just saw a clip on Facebook. But I would pick Knight Rider. I just like all the techie stuff on Knight Rider, man. I mean, shoot, he talked to his car and his watch.
It's a crappy car, dude. The Charger is a much better car.
I agree. Yeah, I would rather have a Charger. Okay, last question, guys. $6 Million Man or Bionic Woman?
Lindsay Wagner, dude. Bionic Woman.
Oh, he goes Bionic Woman. What do you think?
I'm going $6 Million Man. I'm going with the original.
And that's it, guys. That was fun.
Name one bad guy in $6 Million Man.
Bigfoot.
That's the only one I can think of. What was his boss's name?
Oh, that
Oscar
was
Goldman.
Oscar Goldman.
Oscar Goldman, yeah.
And the doctor's name was Rudy Wells.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wells.
Dang.
No.
Hey, can you do the introduction, Fred? What was it? We can rebuild them. That's all I remember.
Oh man, I can't remember it now. I can see it in my head too.
Yeah.
But they're playing the music. We can make them bigger, better, stronger, faster, something like that.
We can rebuild him. We can make the world's first bionic man.
We do like Michael Scott. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
His stupid self.
And that's it, dudes. That's all I got, guys. That was a lot of fun. This is Fred, what we try to do, me and Kevin, is we try to do things different as much as we can so we can kind of separate ourselves from the other BMX podcasts. So that was fun, dude. That was an experiment bringing you on. You did great, dude.
We brought in a ringer off the bench. Fred, it's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you.
All right, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, y'all take care, man.
We're gonna say goodbye to you, man. Thank you very much, guy.
See you, Fred.
All right, bye bye.
Yeah, that was pretty fun, dude. We can pull that off.
Oh man, dude. I think we're gonna push 2 hours on this episode.
You're at an hour 51. We went really long because you and I went with the BMX random comparisons. We did a lot. I probably should have limited those. Yeah, but we are a BMX show.
I want to stick with the 2 hour format now to up the viewing hours.
Yeah, we are a BMX show. We got to talk about BMX, you know.
Well, we got to put BMX in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So
I'm beat, dude. That was a good one.
Do you want me to do this as a bonus episode, like tomorrow or something? No,
sure.
What's your opinion? Because it seems like when we release videos during the week, they always suck. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I mean, you can, but I think we got to
get as many views is what I mean.
You want to just stick with your Wednesday, Saturday format. That's pretty good.
Okay, so this will go out. Well, it all depends about how things go tomorrow night. Which one I'll release first.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, dude. So, thank you very much for stopping by, everybody. We hope that you stuck with us till the end. If you disagree with our opinions, please go ahead and leave a comment. And I think we gained 5 subscribers since last week, so that's good.
That's good. I lost one today, so I'm like, hey, I'm at least I'm winning. I'm winning on this channel. I'm losing ground on mine. I gotta do another video.
You're at 937 or 936.
I was at 936 all of a sudden. I went from 939 all the way back to 936. But it's so the YouTube world is very finicky, dude. I just never know what's going to happen. I mean, sometimes it's great, sometimes not so great. Right now, I'm in a little dry spell, but I will do a race video this week, maybe tomorrow night. I think I'm going to knock one out.
We will be reviewing races from my teammates on main bikes at Pipeline in Upland. Hopefully that you throw that in there. Yeah,
you might want to send me those links again, by the way, because I think I deleted our stream because our conversation because it's super long. Okay. I was trying to clear some memory on my phone. Yeah, I have 936. I saw today I lost one. I was like, come on, but my views are good, especially on the shorts. You know, I'm like,
you get a lot of people that subscribe, but they do it anonymously.
Yeah. And I try not, and so it's weird because sometimes I notice that when I do a video rips, like I think I did I think PK Ripper Part 4. I did that one in 1,100 views, like immediately, right? And I'm like, damn, that one killed it. And I picked up some subscribers. Then I did a magazine review and it flopped. And then I did a race review. That one was pretty solid. And then I did a magazine and it kind of went slow again. So it's just, but sometimes the magazine ones crush. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep playing. I'll just keep playing with it until I figure it out.
When someone subscribes here, I will always subscribe to them in return, right? But a lot of times we'll pick up a subscriber and I'll look for my new subscribers, and there's no one. You can't tell who subscribed. So who knows who's watching this?
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of times when I get subscribers too, they don't have anything on their channel. They're just they just have a profile, so they don't create content, which is fine. I didn't create content forever, and I just decided to do it. But yeah, you can find me on Dany Pena BMX Racing on YouTube, and we'll be doing some BMX magazine reviews, race reviews, all BMX content all the time. Please like and subscribe and share. That's all I got.
Yep, and we have a big interview tomorrow night that we're not going to announce yet, but we have a good guest coming on.
Yeah.
And we're gonna maybe we'll talk about what we're gonna do with the interviews, that type of thing offline. Yeah. But I wanted to we want to thank everybody for sticking with us, and we hope everybody had a good time. We tried to have a good time. And one thing I want to bring up, the clip that I put that I never should have told my wife about the poison video. We talked about that at lunch today. When you called me, we were talking about it. And,
dang.
Yeah, dude. She thought that was hilarious. She's like, it's totally true, but it's very funny. And she brought that up because she doesn't watch our videos. I go, did you watch it in the episode or on the clip? She goes, I watched the clip. And she goes, did you watch? You don't watch it. She doesn't watch the episodes. But,
no, that's all right. Yeah, my girlfriend at the time, she wasn't really watching it, but she would watch the shorts though. I would say I ordered the shorts and she thought they were funny. She goes, "You guys got good chemistry, you know."
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
If anything, we're entertaining. Is what I've been told. I've been told I'm wrong all the time, but I am entertaining. And, so that being said, thank you very much, everybody. If you would like to support the channel, BMXPERTSPodcast.com. Grab a hat, grab a shirt, whatever you want to do. You can subscribe. There, you can subscribe here, and you can watch videos here or on the website. And until next week, the lights are off, the snack bar is closed, and the track is closed. Until I messed it up, dude. And
one day you're gonna get it right, dude.
Until next week, the track is closed. Peace out.
The track is closed.